She's just having a moment, so excuse her.
I'm trying to get close, but not like weirdly have my arm around you like we're dating.
Piper.
Babbles.
Good morning-ish, guys. It's like 11 something. So I'm wearing my Trixon shirt, and it's really tiny. I don't know if y'all can tell. Look how tiny it is. It like makes my belly look huge, but I never would wear it like when I wasn't pregnant because I felt like it like really like accentuated like my fat area. But now that I'm pregnant, clearly it's a baby bump, right? So I'm just gonna wear it. I'm probably not gonna wear it out of the house, but I'll wear it around the house, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm a little stressed today. So as you can tell, this little man, yeah, this little man is home today because he's been having some tummy troubles. And I have Aiden in the back room with the baby gate up on purpose, you guys. I know you guys can probably see the baby gate up. He has had the hardest day that I think he's probably had in a good couple of months. He woke up in a really bad mood. He woke up just, I don't know, like he ate his breakfast fine and he drank his drink just fine. Although the lighting is a little off. And he seemed okay. And then I got him upstairs and he just started losing it. Like just started screaming and kicking and fighting me. And I got him, I took him back to the room because I was like, okay, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna calm down. This is where all his toys are. That's where everything is. Well, I had cleaned the room. I had cleaned the room that he usually likes to hang out in. Not like taken things away, but I had vacuumed and, you know, picked up any like clothes that were on the floor and, you know, scrubbed the walls and done all of that kind of thing that I do probably twice a week for that room. And normally he's totally cool with me like straightening up. Like I just put all his toys in the toy box. I had, you know, it was just neater. It was just neat and tidy. Well, he goes in there, nothing is where he left it, and he gets angry, I guess. He goes over to the toy box and he starts picking up the toys and chunking them as hard as he can at the wall, and he made a dent like this deep in the wall. So I took the toys away. I gave him a blanket. He's got his trampoline and his little soft cushy chair, and I was just like, buddy, you're gonna have to deal. Like he's just gonna have to deal. He didn't want cuddles. He didn't want a snack. He didn't want to do homeschool. He just was fussy, and I took his temperature. He has no fever because Narquise has an upset stomach, so I was thinking, well, maybe there's like a tummy bug going around. Anyway, just in case there is, I'm Lysoling the house, or disinfecting the house. I don't know. He seems okay for the moment. He does. He seems okay for the moment. But I have so much to do today, and I just can't have him like right beside me crying all day long. So he's fine now, and he's covered up, and he's playing with a few. I put a few toys in there for him. So he is playing with a few of those toys. I don't know. Maybe it was just like overwhelming or overstimulating or something. Anyway, I'm trying to get ready for this trip this weekend. So y'all, the house looks way worse than normal. This has to get done. I am packing up stuff right here and also trying to disinfect and clean because I don't want to get sick.
I'm sure I look good.
I'm trying to make
I can't get us both in the shot. You're tall. I didn't realize you were so, I'm short. We have some special effects. Y'all are gonna have to excuse the crying in the background. We just had to deliver some difficult news to poor Zoe, and she's just having a moment, so excuse her.
I'm trying to get close, but not like weirdly have my arm around you like we're dating.
Piper.
Babbles.
Okay guys, so this is my best friend Jen, for those of you who don't know who she is. We've known each other since we were what, 5?
Whatever age you are in kindergarten.
Yeah, like 5. So I asked you guys if you guys had any questions for like a best friend question and answers. So I've got all the questions right here. Let's see. Carly asked, what is your favorite memory together?
Well, that's a tough one since we've known each other so long. But
I think I know probably what it would be.
I think the one that comes up the most is you trying to get us to Oz.
Yes. As a child, I strongly believed that the land of Oz was a real place. And we had to get there through a drainage ditch.
Well, no, there were several ways you could get there.
Oh.
First, you stepped on the scale to weigh herself, and she said, she jumps off the scale and she goes,
Bubbles want to come back.
and I'm like, what? And she goes, there are munchkins in the scale. And I was like, okay. I went along with it. And
I was an odd child, guys.
and then she held a mirror up to a mirror, and you know, you get that kind of tunnel. And she was like, this is the way to Oz. You just have to crawl through the mirror. And then she literally crawled through the nastiest drainage ditch to try to get to Oz. Did that bubble go straight in your mouth?
Right in my mouth. Yummy. We have our special effects artist over here. She's creating the magic. And Zoe's over here. She's just a little sad, y'all. She's okay. She's just a little sad. So let's see here. Angie asks, did you ever prank someone? On what was the prank? I remember one. Do you remember? I remember. It's disgusting, but I remember one. Is it one of your sleepovers?
There was the prank of you putting a note
in the tree
and saying that some person wrote it and it had time traveled or something, and you tried to convince me, but I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the other prank is.
It was at one of your sleepovers, and one of your friends was sleeping on the couch.
No, my sister was sleeping on the couch.
I didn't know it was your sister.
When we tried the putting her hand in warm water, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't work, did it?
No.
I don't think it worked.
I'll leave out other details of that. We'll just leave out other details. Honey, I'm sorry you're so sad.
I love you, Zozo.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna eat more bubbles.
You wanna come sit with me?
Go sit with Jen. She'll let you sit with her. Let's see. Nicole asks, funniest things you got in trouble for, or the funniest things you guys used to do.
We were weird kids.
My mom got onto you once for a bathing suit, I remember.
Oh, I was naughty though. That was my fault. So we both grew up Church of Christ, and I grew up with a very strict mom, and we were not allowed to wear two-piece swimming suits. And I had one of those that was technically a two-piece, but it looked like a one-piece. A tankini. And I had tucked it up so that my belly was showing, so it looked like a two-piece. And I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the question.
My mom came to pick us up. We were going to a water park or something, and we went to pick Jen up, and my mom said,
don't blow me.
You go back in the house and change.
What was the question? What did we get in trouble for?
What did we get in trouble for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we got in trouble. Did we get in trouble? Maybe being too loud.
Yeah, we weren't
Probably
trouble
talking,
kids.
no.
I mean, if we got in trouble for anything, it was just being annoying.
Yeah. Let's see. Kaya, tell us. Everyone's asking like the same question. Let's see. Let's see. Brandy asked, do y'all still have time to get together much?
We try.
We try.
We're trying to set up getting together every Thursday. Since both me and her are pregnant and we are 6 weeks apart.
That's true. I don't know if I mentioned that to you guys. She's having a little girl and I'm having a little boy, and she's due April 17th and I'm due May 26th. So that's pretty cool too. She's pregnant with her first though. I'm pregnant with my fifth.
But so we're gonna try to do play dates and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
keeping on Thursdays.
For sure.
But yeah, well, I get to kidnap her every once in a while to go to lunch or something. I end up coming over here a lot because it's a lot easier.
Because I have Aiden.
Yeah.
So there's a question for you, Jen. Do you remember that?
When y'all were little, did y'all ever go trick-or-treating together? All the time, every year.
Yes.
Every year.
I think one year we were Siamese twins.
One year we wore the same shirt and we were too old to go trick-or-treating.
Like way too old to go trick-or-treating.
And people would say, what are you? And we'd just put our fingers together and we'd go, we're Siamese twins. And they'd roll their eyes and sigh and then give us candy to make us go away.
Yeah.
But every year it was what? I usually went to your neighborhood. No, we switched.
We switched. We did your neighborhood one year. I remember the
bag.
The bag. The bag.
There was a bag that scared us really bad one year.
It was like attached to a leaf blower. It was like the first house we went to, I think. Okay, no more bubbles, okay? I think it was like the first house we went to, and it was attached to like a leaf blower, and we walked by and it goes, woo! We were like, ah! You had to be there. I made it sound so exciting.
I bet they didn't want you there.
They were trying to scare people because it looked like a big, like it was either a black cat or it was a spider or something. So it blew up and it was just a Halloween decoration, but it was scary.
Stephanie asked, are you like sisters? Definitely.
Well, we just had this conversation where it was like, we're like sisters, but we don't fight like sisters.
We don't. We were asking each other, I don't think we've ever had like an actual fight. Like, we've had disagreements and serious conversations, but we've never had like a fight. Like, I'm angry at you, you know. It's
always been a serious discussion before it ever leads to any kind of fight.
Exactly.
I'm sure as kids we like scuffled more, but even then I don't really remember.
Right.
Mama,
but yes, I consider her one of my sisters.
Hang on, Narkees. Go ahead. I met my best friend when I was 12. That's cool. Are Kat and Asa like they are in their vlogs?
Huh. Yes and no. Oh, something's hot over here. Yeah, Asa's different in person. He's not as
reserved.
He's not as, he kind of seems to get a little
camera shy.
Yes. Thank you. And so no, he's a little bit more of a wild one.
Yeah.
I don't get to see him as much because he works, but when I do, he's not like the video. Catherine is pretty much like the videos. A little more silly.
I'm silly in person, or
you're a little more silly in person than you are in the videos.
I think that's accurate. It's not intentional. It's just
you're just.
It's hard to like organically create like
a silly moment.
Yeah,
when
like
you're
a silly moment when I'm talking to a camera. So
yeah,
I get that.
But no, that's how their family is. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you should adopt special needs like Kat and Asa did?
Well, I've had this discussion with my husband that, I mean, obviously it would be something that we love to do and wish that we could do, but me and Ian don't specifically feel like that's what God is calling us to do.
Exactly.
Adoption is on the table, but we just don't quite have the resources and the we understand. I've worked with special needs before. I used to do where I'd go out daily and help people with special needs in their homes, but I don't know that God has blessed me with that to be able to do that every day.
Right.
I love coming over here and spending time with the boys, and I wish that it was something that I could do, but
and that's what I always tell you guys, like, special needs adoption is not for everybody. Not everybody's called to do it. We're all called to help, and we're all called to do something, but we're not all called to help in the same way. So yeah, it's definitely a personal choice.
Adoption is definitely on our minds though. Like one of my friends also has adopted 2 kids with special needs, and I just broke out crying when I saw her pictures of her in the home picking her up for the first time. You just saw crib after crib after crib of babies in these cribs, and it just broke my heart to see all those kids. And so adoption is definitely on my heart, but I don't know about special needs quite yet.
Yeah, I agree. Totally understandable. And what was that?
I think
she was chasing a bubble. I thought she like got hurt or something. Oh my goodness. Total loss of track of mine. Loss of track. Words. Hey, at least I know what day it is.
Oh gosh.
What year is it?
So pregnancy basically just eats your brain.
It does.
And the other day I completely forgot. I had no clue what month it was. I had no clue what year it was. And it was bad.
It was funny.
Everything
I wasn't even there.
To mush.
I wasn't there, but it was hilarious. Let's see. Was there ever a time when you thought you were not going to be friends anymore? Like, we answered that one. Like in a fight, Jacqueline asked that.
Well, I mean, the not being friends anymore. Like, we had
a period of time.
We didn't have a falling out, but it was like, I had moved to Iowa, which is
A long way.
13, 14 hours away from where we live now.
Yeah.
And it was in high school that I moved. And so,
High school's a rough time for everyone, every kid.
And
Like,
so for a high schooler to keep in contact with another high schooler that's, you know, and this was several years ago, so
Yeah.
there wasn't as much of the like Facebook and all this kind of stuff.
right.
So we had maybe a year or two where we didn't talk very much at all. Like it was maybe like, what, once a month we would maybe have a phone conversation.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was pretty rare. But we weren't like mad at each other. We weren't warring. Like it was nothing like that. It was just she moved away and we just kind of lost contact for a while. But it was like the second you came back. I remember I was pregnant with Zoe.
It was before I came back.
Was it before?
Because you were pregnant with Zoe before I moved back.
Yeah.
And I had came back and
were
visited.
visiting. Yeah, but it was like you'd never left.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like we picked right back up where we left off, and it was never awkward. Like Jen's one of the very few people that I don't feel awkward around.
I feel a little too comfortable with Catherine.
Yeah, that's okay. I think that's all of the questions. I think Jen has a doctor's appointment she's got to get to. So yeah, we'll try to do this again. I'll get Jen on camera more often, especially if we're hanging out on Thursdays.
Can I bring a jar of pickles?
What?
You want to eat pickles?
Ew!
She asked if she could bring the jar of pickles somewhere though.
On school.
You want to bring
100th day. Please, it's not 100.
Oh, well,
That's not 100 pickles.
yeah, we would have to get like pickle chips or something.
You could slice it into
But-
100 pickle slices.
But you have a little baggie you have to put your 100 items in, and I'm not putting 100 pickles on a Ziploc bag. I don't think your teacher would like me very much.
Plus, her teacher told her to be creative.
Yeah, well,
Pickles is pretty creative.
that's pretty creative.
I
but
don't think I would ever think to bring
it's
100
food.
pickles.
I'm not
to
sure her
school.
teacher would be super thrilled if I sent my daughter to school with 100 pickles. I'd get a phone call, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let Jen go. She's got a doctor's appointment to get to, but we'll do this more often. I'll be right back. I'm not closing out for the day. She's telling bye. Say bye. Bye. Hey, Keys. You wanna tell the vlog night? Y'all already put him to bed, but I had to get the girls to bed, and he kept saying, "Mama, night, YouTube." Sorry did you sleep in? Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. He had a bath tonight, and I feel like he hasn't been in the vlog much lately. And that hasn't been. It is a school night. I love you. He's got his eyes closed. You sleepy? Yeah, okay. I'll let you close out the vlog. You say good night.
No.
Night.